Satya, an avid hiker who frequently traveled to various countries, embarked on a solo trip to a forest. The heavy rain that ensued made it difficult for him to continue walking. So, he opted to stay put for the night and resume his journey in the morning. When the rain finally subsided, Satya encountered heavy fog and slippery paths. Despite the challenging conditions, he persevered and eventually arrived near a cliff, marveling at the breathtaking scenery. However, he lost his footing and fell, but luckily, he managed to grab hold of a tree branch, though the fog prevented him from seeing anything. Despite hanging onto the tree branch for some time, Satya heard a voice calling out to him, urging him to let go of the branch and assuring him that he would be safe. Startled by the voice, Satya asked who was speaking to him, since he couldn't see anything. The voice identified itself as God, but Satya, still skeptical, expressed disbelief. God asked him how he could believe, to which Satya responded by saying that he would believe if God saved him first. God then instructed Satya to leave the branch, but he refused, citing his lack of faith in God. Following this exchange, Satya did not hear anything further and continued to cling to the branch. The biting cold of the night made Satya wonder if he would survive until morning, but he summoned all his courage and held onto the tree branch throughout the night. The next day, a few villagers found him, and upon hearing his pleas for assistance, they replied that he could help himself, since he was only 3 feet above the ground. The villagers then discussed amongst themselves, remarking that Satya must be foolish for not realizing his proximity to the ground. Satya came to the realization that the darkness of the night, inclement weather, as well as his fear and lack of faith, had prevented him from recognizing the truth about the situation. He understood that he had been holding onto a tree branch unnecessarily, as he was only a few feet from the ground, and could have easily helped himself. Satya reflected that he should have heeded the voice of God and would not have had to endure so much suffering. Yes, faith can be a source of comfort, guidance, and strength in our lives. However, it's important to remember that faith doesn't necessarily mean blind belief or a rejection of reason and critical thinking. As Swami Vivekananda said, a person should not blindly accept everything they hear without using their intellect to reason and analyze it. Faith should be rooted in an understanding of the ultimate, whatever that may be for the individual, and should be informed by reason and personal experience. In the case of Satya, he may have felt that he should have heeded to the voice of God to avoid suffering. But it's important to remember that sometimes suffering can lead to growth, learning, and transformation. It's also possible that the voice he heard wasn't necessarily from God, and that there were other factors at play in the situation. Ultimately, faith can be a powerful force in our lives, but it's important to approach it with a balanced perspective and to use reason and critical thinking in conjunction with our beliefs. Omsakthi.
Amma vai ninai maname Melmaruvathur Amma vai ninai maname.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the Bangaru Amma Global YouTube channel for more inspiring and uplifting videos like this one.